aim of education. Well, as a student of philosophy, I would say that in 3rd century BC, when Plato started academy in Athens, outside the academy there used to be a board hanging, "One who does not know mathematics need not enter my academy." This clearly indicates anybody who wants to participate in the process of learning must be able to think on his or on her own. This is one of the most significant features that you see in the process of learning. All of us know that education is a process that facilitates learning of knowledge, learning of skills, learning of values, learning of techniques, many such things. So this process becomes very, very important, and it becomes meaningful only when there is something called the critical thinking on the part of the learner. Now there is an interesting quotation here, which in the Durban University of Technology, outside it has been written, for example, destroying any nation does not require the use of atom bombs or the use of long-range missiles. It only requires lowering the quality of education and allowing cheating in the examinations by the students. Patients die at the hands of such doctors, buildings collapse at the hands of such engineers, money is lost in the hands of such economists and accountants, humanity dies at the hands of such religious scholars, justice is lost at the hands of such judges. The collapse of education is the collapse of the nation. Of course, this gives us a very strong message. The standards of education must be so good if you want your nation to flourish. That's very, very important. Then what ought to be the aim of education? Normally we say the aim of education is the furtherance of human race. No one wants the what you call annihilation of human race on the earth. It's precisely the furtherance of human race. Well, if this is the aim of education, what should be the objectives of education? I would say as a student of philosophy, look, quality, competence, and values, they integrate education into a quality form of education. For example, quality presupposes the revamping of curriculum to keep both teachers and students abreast of what is happening in any field of inquiry. That becomes very, very important for us today. Competence is to promote healthy competition among the peers to sustain the quality through innovation and efficiency. In the previous session, I think some of the speakers were trying to highlight such things. I'm really glad that I could know something from them. Similarly, what is so unfortunate today is we are not able to inculcate values among the students. Values, the sense of humanity by sharing the know-how for the benefit of human race. All of us, when we go to the places of worship, we only play the gods and goddesses, that our children should be great, but we do not really pray they should also be equally good. This becomes very, very important for us today in the modern form of education. Well, I have a couple of very interesting statements made by the philosophers of the past. One is Socrates. Socrates, of course, he did not write anything throughout his lifetime, but he made one very interesting statement: an unexamined life is not worth living. That's a very interesting statement made by him. Second one, I always admired as a student of philosophy the writings of John Stuart Mill, who wrote the very interesting book on liberty. Mill writes in one particular place, the British utilitarian. See, to appraise the quality of utilitarianism, in one place he writes, it is better to be a fool dissatisfied. So, a fool satisfied, it's better to be Socrates dissatisfied rather than a fool satisfied. Then he writes, it is better to be a full dissatisfied rather than a big satisfied. See the way in which he tries to put the importance to quality in his writings. Then of course, the last and most important point is we need to inculcate critical thinking in the minds of learners, especially the students. It enhances the skills of language and presentation skills. Critical thinking promotes creativity, and critical thinking is crucial for self-reflection. Because as students of philosophy, we always say, if we are not able to reflect on the issues of philosophy, which are nothing but the issues of human life, then of course your whole teaching becomes odious. Similarly, good critical thinking is the foundation of science and democracy, and perhaps we need to inculcate the critical thinking into the minds of students. As a teacher of mathematical logic, I introduced a paper on critical thinking. I think the many students from different disciplines like physics, mathematics, they opt for my course. I really enjoy teaching them because without critical thinking, nothing would be more fruitful in the field of education. Thank you very much for your attention.